was really hot today. I wonder how hot it was. Who knows what we use to measure how hot it is outside? What do we use to measure that? Can't use a ruler to measure how hot it is. That's right, we use a thermometer. The thermometer tells us how hot or how cold it is outside. Well, another way to measure is to measure the length of objects. So today we will measure the length of objects. How will we do that? We will use different tools to measure the length of objects. Why? Because it's important to be able to find the length of different objects. All right, so here I am. I have a stapler. I have a pencil. I have an eraser. Which one of these do you think is the longest? It's kind of hard to tell holding them in my hand. Let me put them like this. Which one is the longest? That is the end of the pencil right there. I think it's the pencil because it's coming, if you can see on this side, the tip is at the end of the stapler. The pencil is the longest. Which one of these is the shortest? The eraser. You are correct. How can I measure how long they are? What can I use to measure these objects? I can use paper clips. I can use a tile. I can use a unit cube. What else could I use to measure my stapler or my pencil? Any ideas? Could we use counters? Could we use beans? What about marshmallows? Yeah, if they are all the same size, you can definitely use them to measure how long something is. So that is just what we're going to do. We're going to measure how long my stapler is. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let's review our vocabulary words. Our first one is length. Say length. Length is a type of measurement that tells how long or how wide something is. Length has a start line and an end line. Unit of measurement, say unit of measure. It is a type of measurement. These are different types of measurement. This is a unit of measurement for measuring speed in your car. How fast you ran, how long something is. These are other units of measure for measuring different things. Tool, say tool. A tool is an item we use to measure with. So we can use a ruler, a stopwatch, a tape measure, paper clips, cubes. Compare, say compare. Compare is when we estimate, measure, or note the similarities or differences between two or more things. So we can compare whales and fish. We can compare apples and oranges. We can compare the length of these pencils. And we can compare numbers, how one is greater than the other one. Measure, say measure. Measure, it means to find the unit of measurement of an object or objects. For this unit, we will measure the length of objects. We can use blocks, paper clips, hands, shoes. We can use inches to measure the length of objects. So for your assignment today, you're going to measure the lengths of objects using these blocks. You will shade the number of blocks to match the length of each object. Then you're going to write the number of blocks in the blank. Circle the object that is longest and put an X on the object that is shortest. But wait, there's more. First, I'm going to demonstrate how to measure my stapler with paper clips. Here is my stapler. and here are my paper clips. When you are measuring with paper clips, they need to start at the end of the stapler. Okay, they need to be even. The start line is up here. Then you're going to lay the paper clips end to end. Don't push them above. End to end. See how they're touching? But they're not on top of each other, and there's no space. There's no gaps. There's no finger spaces. They are touching end to end. And you just keep doing that in a straight line until you get to the end line. Now, if I put this paper clip down here, it's going to go way past my stapler. So what I can say is that my stapler is about 1, 2, 3, 4 paper clips long. Okay? Now I need to use the word paper clips so that people know what I use to measure with. So I would say 4 paper clips long. Or just 4 paper clips. Because if I say it's 4, nobody's going to know what I used. They might try to measure it with blocks. If they use blocks, are they going to need 4? No, they're going to need a whole lot more than that. So we want to make sure people know what we measured with. So if you used paper clips, it's 4 paper clips long. Well, today on your assignment, you are just going to measure with blocks that are underneath of each object. Count the number of blocks, color the number of blocks, and then you're going to make sure you go back. Right, come on. Thank you. You're going to make sure you go back and circle the object that is longest. Which one of these objects do you think is longest before you even measure it, before you count the units? Do you think it's the toothbrush? Do you think it's the feather? Okay, well, you're going to have to color in the blocks and count the units before you circle it. Which one of these objects do you think is the shortest? The pencil or the tape? After you color and count the blocks, then you're going to put an X on the object that is the shortest. Then you have a quick Brain Pop Junior video to watch about measuring with non-standard measurements. What did you learn today? That Miss Fisher looks grumpy. I'm going to have to do something about that. Length. Length is a type of measurement that tells us how long or wide something is. Unit of measure. Tool. Compare. Measure. So today you're going to measure the objects on the page with the blocks. And then tomorrow, we will be using paper clips. Have a great day, boys and girls.